Allah removed he's not his son. Yes? So even Prophet Muhammad was finding it very hard to deal with it. Allah revealed the verse that Prophet Muhammad is hesitating to mention it. Wait. If I'm a liar, because we have to understand, there's no one worse in lying than someone claiming to be a prophet of God, you know. Regardless how much you lie, if you claim to be a prophet of God, you are the worst liar. Because you are saying do this because God told me.
How do you know that? Because I know you believe that when Jesus comes back to earth, that's the day. Is that
From the size of the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if somebody comes out to you and is like, "I'm Jesus"?
That's a good point, but we have criteria. In the Quran, in the Sunnah, the criteria is Jesus will come from Syria, will be descending. He will see descending with the angels holding him. Also, he has a curly hair, okay? And his hair is like just have ablution, okay? And there's many, what they call it, many signs before that. So we have ablution, wudu. It's like he just had the water. You understand? So Allah, so there is. That's why you don't get it wrong, you know. There's people claim to be Jesus before.
Yeah.
But remember, Allah exposed them. And one of them, he was in the time of the Khilafah al-Islamiyah. He claimed to be Jesus. So they took him to the leader. The leader said, "I'm going to kill you." He said, "No, I'm joking, I'm not Jesus." He changed, you know. So Jesus, when he comes, there's before Mahdi comes. So there's many signs, you know. Even some people claim to Mahdi. Huh? No, Mahdi. No, Mahdi before. No. Yeah, that's what I said. All right. I said Mahdi before. Yeah. So what I was saying, so there is, alhamdulillah, and Allah exposed them. Because remember, look, something I was going to mention to establish, Allah is the most wise, you know. The most wise will never leave us with confusion. Yes, Allah will allow some people to, as a test, to see who's going to stand firm or not. But Allah eventually will expose them. At the time of Prophet Muhammad, there were other people claiming to be a prophet of God. But Allah exposed them and humiliated them. Except Prophet Muhammad. Did you know there is a verse in the Quran? Allah mentioned the Prophet, this verse was revealed when the Prophet Muhammad was in a battlefield. Yeah? And his companions used to guard him outside his tent. The verse was revealed that Allah will protect you, O Muhammad. He came out, he told his companions, "Leave me." Imagine at the time of battle. His enemies, they waited for any opportunity to kill him. And he said, "Leave me." And Allah revealed the verse in the Quran that, "O Muhammad, you're not going to die. And you will not be killed until you convey the message." When this verse was revealed, and Allah will protect you. When this verse was revealed, Prophet Muhammad was not hiding in the fortress. Because I can hide in my house for 25 years and I said, "Look, Allah told me," and I have many enemies outside, by the way, and Allah told me I'm not going to be killed. But I'm hiding. But imagine to you, Allah told me I'm not going to be killed. And guess where I am? I'm in a battle fighting with the swords. And I'm telling you, I'm going to convey my message. And historically, from a Muslim sources and a non-Muslim sources, that what has occurred with the Prophet Muhammad. Before he died, Islam was completed. He looked at his companions leading the prayer. This is not a statement of someone is a normal man. Understand? Because when people lie to the Prophet of God, they always say something vague or they hide and so on. But what Prophet Muhammad said and the prophecy that came with and so on is so perfect. So if Prophet Muhammad wants to manipulate, there's many situations when we see that he was good for him, but what he did, he said something which go against him as a human being. From a human angle, for example, if I'm a liar, I'm not going to start correcting myself, because if I do correct myself, remember, these people believe I'm a prophet of God. They're going to think, "Oh, this guy is lying, man." Because even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, in Surah Al-Haqqa, وَلَوْ تَقَوَّلَ عَلَيْنَا بَعْضَ الْأَقَاوِيلِ لَأَخَذْنَا مِنْهُ بِالْيَمِينِ ثُمَّ لَقَطَعْنَا مِنْهُ الْوَتِينَ فَمَا مِنْكُمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ عَنْهُ حَاجِزِينَ. Allah mentioned, "Oh Muhammad, if you make up anything about Allah, Allah will take you severely and destroy you." Meaning, straight away. As for him dying after, by poison or whatever, this is not the verse. The verse means straight away. But the fact that Prophet and Prophet Muhammad said, Islam will spread far east, far west. Historically, Islam spread all the way to China and all the way to Andalusia, Spain, even now America and so on. Again, that's why as a Muslim, we don't believe Islam is the truth, because I had a dream. In my house, I was sleeping. I said, "Sister, I believe Islam is the truth." Why, Shamsi, brother Shamsi? Because I had a dream, Prophet Muhammad came to me. Or one day I was in prison, I saw Jesus or Muhammad. No, we don't work like that. Alhamdulillah. This personal experience, okay? But Islam is based upon universal proofs, which you and I and all of us here, we can analyze and come to conclusion that must be the truth. Anyone with a sound reasoning inclined toward it. So what this person said, the biography of Prophet Muhammad and the Quran refute him. About Prophet manipulating or adding, no. You can see clearly. Even there is a verse, Allah said, عَبَسَ وَتَوَلَّى أَنْ جَاءَهُ الْأَعْمَى وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّهُ يَزَّكَّى أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى أما من استغنى فأنت له تصدى وما عليك ألا يزكى وأما من جاءك يسعى وهو يخشى فأنت عنه تلهى كلا إنها تذكرة. Until the end of the verses. Allah said about a man, so what happened? A man came to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who was a blind man. His companion. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was busy preaching to the Arab pagans, to the head, to the leaders. So he came to him and he wanted to ask him. Prophet Muhammad said, wait, because his follower, I'm busy with them. Allah sent the verses correcting. And Prophet Muhammad said, you should not do that. Those guys are not going to listen to you. They are stubborn. But focus on those who are seeking the truth. If he's a liar, why is he going to mention this verse? He's going to hide it or going to change it. He didn't. So that's why one of our scholars, there's two of them, Ibn Hazm al-Zahiri, may Allah have mercy upon him, and Ibn Taymiyyah al-Harrani, may Allah have mercy upon him. He said, anyone study the biography and the history of Prophet Muhammad with sincerity, he will come to the conclusion, this man must be the Prophet of the Most High. Make sense? Alhamdulillah. So become Muslim, accept Islam, truth.
One more thing.
Okay, one more thing, accept Islam.
And then I'll continue.
Okay, no, let's go, accept. Yeah, we're going to compromise. Yeah, alhamdulillah. All right, go on.
The thing about the 92 virgin girls, I don't like it.
92 ish?
92 virgin.
No, we have not 92 mobile, T-Mobile. There's no Virgin, T-Mobile. I'm joking. You didn't get it. There's Virgin and T-Mobile. Yeah. No. We don't, 72 Virgin, by the way. There's no hadith. It's not true. 72 Virgin of the martyr. Someone dies and he gets 72 Virgin.
Yes, yeah.
There's no hadith about that.
Really?
That's not. Yeah, it's not. And firstly,
where's that come from then?
that's I know this. You hear it from what's his name? You hear it from Idio. What's his name? Idio. Tommy Robinson.
It's true. Everyone talks about it.
Sister, everyone said many things. That's not our, remember the criteria. Even in the Quran, Allah mentioned majority of people like to follow the desires. So majority is not a criteria.
So that's come from what? Just people talking?
No, I'm not saying this. There is a weak narration or an authentic narration about it. Yes. So, and remember, even Allah, in the Quran, what is for the woman in paradise, what the eyes never seen, and the heart never heard, thought of, and the ears never heard of. The scholars of Islam mentioned, how come in the Quran, Allah never mentioned in details what the woman is going to have in paradise? He said because a woman naturally, from her nature, to be shy. You understand? So to go in line with her nature, Allah never mentioned in details what is the reward for the woman. Rather, the woman in paradise will be more beautiful. The Muslim woman, it will be more beautiful than the woman of paradise. You understand? And the reward they will receive better than them. You understand? So alhamdulillah. So this stuff, people just say 72 virgin, 72 mobiles, man. It's a nonsense. But if Allah wants to give, why we say to you, look, sister, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most just, like I said to you, you and I and all of us here, we have small knowledge, correct? Small wisdom. And we cannot encompass everything with our knowledge, correct? So is it logical for us to try to judge or dictate to the one who has a perfect knowledge, perfect wisdom, what to do? It's not rational. Because my intellect is limited. How I'm going to judge, how I'm going to utilize my limited intellect to judge the one who has absolute wisdom, absolute knowledge? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So when Allah decreed something, sister, there is no any doubt it's good for us. But Allah is not going to wait for you to ask you if you like it or not. You understand? That's why when Allah mentioned in the Quran, Allah said, if the truth follow people's desires, the heavens and the earth will be corrupted. The scholars of Islam mention meaning that we like quick things, even though it's a bad for us, but we don't know it. But Allah knows that sometimes you dislike something. Allah mentioned in the Quran, عَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. Perhaps you hate something which is good for you. And Allah mentioned also, وَعَسَىٰ أَن تُحِبُّوا شَيْئًا وَهُوَ شَرٌ لَكُمْ. Perhaps you love something which is bad for you. And Allah finished the verse with Wallahu ya'lamu wa antum la ta'lamun. Allah knows and you do not know. So no doubt there's some legislation that some of us maybe going to struggle to understand it, but there's a basics to understand everything. That the Creator is all-knowing, all-wise. When he legislates something, he's not going to ask me. Like for example, someone came to me. He said, I said, worship Allah. He said, but before God created me, he never asked me to create me. Look, this is a nonsensical argument. I said, wait. So you want God to ask you before create you. But in order to ask you, he has to create you. This is sophistry. But if he created you and he's your God, logic dictates you cannot submit to him. You're not going to ask him, God, you should do this, you should do that. I'm talking on Allah. Many people don't understand who is Allah. And this question comes from the atheists who originally from Christian background. They think God is a man or something. No. Allah is Al-Aziz, the Almighty. Al-Jabbar, the Compeller. Al-Rahman, the most beneficent. Al-Qawi, the most strongest. Al-Ghalib, the one who overpowers everything. Al-Qahhar. And when you understand Allah's names and attributes, and you compare yourself to the creation of Allah, will humble you, and you say, oh Allah, forgive me for my shortcomings. That's what Islam teaches us, humbleness. When you're praying, and you finish the prayer, where we say, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. What does it mean? I seek Allah forgiveness. I seek Allah forgiveness. Meaning, regardless how much you worship Allah, or I worship Allah, or anyone else worship Allah, we will never fulfill Allah's right over us. Because just the eyes, the blessings of the eyes, just the blessings that we have, our worship, how many years we've been sleeping? If you calculate our life, majority of times we're sleeping, studying, doing something which has nothing to do with the worship of Allah. That's why we enter into paradise with the mercy of Allah. Prophet Muhammad, they said to him, O Messenger of Allah, even you enter paradise with the mercy of Allah. He said, even me. You see, we don't dictate to Allah, say, Allah enter us paradise because we feel like it. You understand? So,
I think our destinies are written before.
Allah mentioned that, yes. Yes.
So everything that's going to happen is written.
Everything. So Allah created everything. Allah knows everything. Allah has written everything in the preserved tablet.
So then
and
Allah
will
knows if we are going to be following him or not from before. He
Yeah,
knows where we are going.
Yeah, Allah knows, yes. Yes.
So surely wouldn't Allah want to change our path to make him come to us rather than, like
Sure.
if it's already written
Yeah.
for us, why wouldn't he want to like rewrite it and make it so that we follow him?
What do you mean? He's not going to change the what is in the preserved tablet. I mean, you know what is in the preserved tablet? You don't know what is written for you. That's it. So now you choose because Allah knows, okay? And Allah has a perfect knowledge, okay? That Allah knowing something does not necessarily or does not negate us going to paradise to hellfire. But we don't know. So Allah knows, but we don't know. So Allah put us in this life, test us, okay? So you have to choose. So now you cannot be at home. Like Allah knows how much money you're going to make, yes? Are you going to be at home and say, oh Allah, because you know how much money you're going to make, I'm going to make, so I'm going to be sitting down. You're not going to say that, are you? You're going to go out, take the means. Likewise, when it comes to guidance, like what are you doing, sister? What you're doing is good. You taking the steps into guidance. That's what Allah mentioned in the Quran. Seek my guidance, I will guide you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need of your worship. That's why we are in need of worshiping Allah. Not the other way around. You understand? We say, well, Allah, we are in need to live this life which is full of evil. To survive in this life is by worshiping Allah and following Allah's teaching. You know? So now imagine you're traveling to Birmingham. There's one way lead to Birmingham, one way lead to Cardiff. Cardiff is evil. There's a lot of people killing each other. In Birmingham it's peaceful. You're not going to say, oh Allah, you know. You're going to choose the path where it is more safety and more peaceful. You understand? And whatever you're going to choose, Allah knows it. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's upon you to take a step now. Yeah. Want to become Muslim?
Not now. I have to do it.
No problem. No problem.
I want to finish the Quran first before I do that.
Yeah, I mean, to finish the Quran is something good, no doubt. But I would say to you that, like I said to you, are you guaranteed to live tomorrow?
No, but I want to do it from not just rushing into it, because I think if I do it now, it's under pressure.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
Okay. What is okay? No problem. I don't want to pressure on you. But what is? Do you have anything that is stopping you, or you just want your own time or something?
I've think I want to know completely about the subject. Like I'm on the edge right now. I hardly know anything. Like I want to.
I think you know more some Muslims, man. To be honest, it's true. Like,
Kind of life
yeah.
learning, honestly, it never ends.
You always learn. Like even me as a Muslim, sorry, yeah. I'm a Muslim. I'm still learning. You know, I'm still learning. You know, but I don't want to put pressure on you. If you want to learn more, I mean, the reason I ask you that question. If you have any question, you can ask. I don't mind. If you want to have any question, do you have any questions?
Do you think like if you see like someone's murdered somebody, so there's a killer, and you look at the reason why he killed that person, and you look at everyone is born as a clean slate. Do you believe that?
Everyone is born what?
As a clean slate.
Yeah, clean. Yeah.
Pure, but
Yeah, we don't believe like we're a Christian. We were born as a sinner. We don't believe that.
yeah,
We're
you're
born
born pure. And
Yeah.
for example, say you lived the exact same life as the man that killed that person. You lived, maybe had abusive parents, maybe then was like rejected from society, and then up to the point where he kills the guy. You've done the same. Would you make the same decision as him if you had the same experience? Do you think, or do you think it's down to free choice?
What is the question again?
So if you live the same life as a murderer, he killed an innocent person.
Okay.
You live the same life as him, completely
Okay.
from zero to the time you killed
Yeah.
the person. Would you think you would make the same decision to kill? Do you think it's because you were born as a clean slate? You are all of your experiences. Everything you do is because of your experiences. Do you think that then you would also make the same decision, killing him, or you think because you have your own free will, you wouldn't do that and you would?
That's right. First, let us break it down for you, okay? There's a factors in Islam because like I said, Islam is upon justice. Yes, there are certain things that Islam take into consideration about the person. Okay, so if a person was raised up in society when he was abused, that's harmed and psychologically that affect him mentally, did affect him, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most just. But if the person, because I came from Algeria, I saw people getting killed in front of me. I lived in a time when there was civil war in Algeria. I was 13 selling in the market. Like today, I remember it. It was Thursday evening. My cousin was next to me. There was a guy. It was a police officer. Two people came, parked the car, came out, shot him in the head. When I was 12, all right? I started carrying a knife when I was 9. Carrying 9 back home. We carry knives and so on, yeah? But I never thought in my life that is okay. Because there's something called al-fitra within us, natural inclination, that teach us within you, tell you what you're doing is evil. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most just. If the person becomes psychologically not well, remember the hadith I told you, Prophet Muhammad's statement? The pen has been lifted, the pen has been lifted up from 3 types of people. One of them is someone who is insane. But if the person is not affecting him emotionally, that doesn't not allow him to go kill innocent people. But if that happened, then there's a narration. Prophet Muhammad told us there was a man before us. He killed 99 men. And you know the story. He thought, what, it's too much, I need to stop. He wanted to a worshipper. And this hadith or this story, there's many benefits we can learn. That when you want to ask question, you don't go to a worshipper. He has to be a scholar as well, someone of knowledge. The worshipper said, there's no way. There's no hope for you, man. You killed 99 men, bro. There's no hope. He killed them 100. Then he regretted. He went to a scholar. He said, there is nothing between you and repent to Allah. He said, however, don't stay in this society. This society is evil. Go to the other village. On his way there, he died. Then they measured. He was more close to the society or the environment or the town of righteousness. Allah forgive him. Allah is the most merciful. When people ask about this person, that person, remember that's his creation. And Allah is the most merciful. But also, Allah is the most just too. You understand? So that's why, imagine I've been forced to kill someone. If someone forced, I don't know about forcing because you can, but imagine someone hold my hand, they hold me forcefully. It's not even me. Hold my hand and they start stabbing someone. They hold me. But the knife was in my hand. But I've been forced. I couldn't, Allah will not hold you accountable for it. Allah will not hold you accountable. Like now, imagine, the people that they walk, sleeping, and they do something while they're sleeping. The pain is be lifted from them because why? They're not there. So Allah is the most just, Well, sometimes we think about people, Allah is the most just. That's what Allah, when He clarifies the truth, when it's clear. You know, like not even, for example, if I drink alcohol, but I didn't know it was haram in Islam, Allah will not hold me accountable. Yeah, Allah is the more just.
What was the thing you were going to say about coffee?
Okay. Not just coffee. In Islam, anything that harms the body, yeah, that is forbidden. Okay?
Oh, a lot then. Fast food.
For example, once, we were young back home, yeah, we had a bottle of water, like 2 liters, me and my friend. Water is halal to drink water, correct? But me and my friend says, let us drink it non-stop. We drank it after I was going to die. I didn't finish it, but literally I vomited the whole water, yeah? Now, that is haram I was doing. Even though the water...
Has to be everything in balance.
Yes, that's why Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, our Prophet alayhi salam, gave us the principles. That's why, sister, you know, when we say Islam is valid for every place and every time, because Islam is based upon general, universal principles, which scholars derive rulings from it. Prophet Muhammad said, do not harm yourself and do not harm others. This applies to marriage, this applies in transaction, this applies in anything that you do in your life. That do not harm yourself and do not harm others. You understand? So there's many principles. Coffee, like I said, we love coffee, but if it's harmful for you, don't drink it. You know, like sugar, likewise, eating sugar too much, if it's harmful, don't drink it.
Too much of anything can be harmful
Yeah.
in life.
Everything, yeah.
Everything. It's how you balance it out, like you said.
Balance is very important.
Going
Yeah.
into extremes, isn't it? Going to extremes, that's it.
Yeah, that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, هَلَكَ الْمُتَنَطِّعُونَ. The extremists, they will be destroyed. Extreme in what? Not just in religion, even in religion, sister. Even in religion. In worshipping God, to go extreme is forbidden. Be balanced. وَأَقِيمُوا الْوَزْنَ بِالْقِسْطِ وَلَا تُخْسِرُوا الْمِيزَانِ. Meaning here is not just a wazn like weight, like when you're selling food and so on. Not even the adl. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this life based upon justice. And the greatest justice is to worship your creator. That's why there's 3 types of oppression. There's 3 types of oppression. Yes? First one, oppression against your creator. Because what is oppression? Oppression when you put something in a wrong place, or you give something to someone that does not deserve. So you worship someone other than the true creator, you are committing injustice. The second oppression, when you oppress the people. The third oppression, when you oppress yourself. See? And Islam oppression is forbidden. Even non-Muslims, we're not allowed to oppress non-Muslims. Prophet Muhammad taught us that Allah will accept the prayer, the supplication of the one who has been oppressed, even if he's a non-Muslim. That's why Prophet Muhammad taught us, fear the prayer and the supplication of the oppressed one.
Why is, I don't know if the Muslim world is reacting to this a lot, but you know what's happening in Afghanistan? Like, I feel like everyone's very silent about how Islam is being implemented there and how women aren't allowed to go to school, and like, I don't really hear much about anyone reacting to it at all. Like, but people there like representing Islam in that way. I know they're not the true representation of Islam, like they've gone a very extreme.
Look, sister, I don't agree with Taliban. Yes? I don't agree with Taliban. I believe the Aqidah, their belief system, they're Muslims, their belief system is corrupted. Yeah? However, many things be said about them I have to verify. Because if with the non-Muslims I have to be just, and I should not just listen to the media, what about our Muslim brothers? Because they are still my Muslim brothers.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with the stuff they do, okay? So about them preventing women coming to the schools, Islamically, a woman are allowed to seek knowledge. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us, seeking knowledge is compulsory, obligatory upon every Muslim, male and female, okay? However, I don't know what is the situation exactly. I cannot just take it from the Western media. The Western media are the same media who told us that Saddam had a nuclear weapon and destroyed Iraq and Afghanistan. So I don't believe everything they say. But people are speaking about it on media. However, sister, why no one is speaking about our Muslim sisters in France not allowed to study in schools and colleges and universities because they cover themselves? Why no one speaking about it?
What, you mean why Muslims not speaking about it?
No, Muslims do, non-Muslims, but no one. Even the Muslims not speaking about it the way they should be speaking, including myself. I'm falling into shortcomings. May Allah forgive me. But non-Muslims, France is our next door neighbor. Afghanistan is far away from us. If you have a food and you want to give it, who is the one who deserves it? Your next door neighbor first. Don't go to, you're from Bush, you go to Brixton. Or you're from London, you go to Scotland. Do you understand? So now if we have problem with preventing women from seeking knowledge, why the British government and American government and European government, I'm not speaking against the French government, for not allowing a woman to go to, what is the problem with covering yourself? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Once I was on a train, I was coming from the gym, and there was a Muslim sister, and this guy is having a problem with her. He didn't know I was a Muslim. I said to him, let me ask you a question, yeah? Let me break it down for you, to show you what you're doing, just foolishness. What is your problem? She's just covering herself. Why are you angry?
Yeah.
Wallahi, when I said that to him, yeah, he said, it was hard for him to register, yeah? I said, let me repeat it. You're sitting there, she's sitting over here, she's covered up. Why are you angry?
I think everybody likes it. The choice of free will for women until they cover themselves.
She is free will covering. You understand? No, he's angry because he cannot see her body.
Yeah.
He wants to see her body. He wants to see what is in there. He's getting irritated. That's the reality.
I think
You
it's
understand?
like intimidation as well. People are intimidated by people of religion because it's like they have more power.
Brother,
They have more use of power.
I mean, you can make excuses, yeah? But the guy was a big guy, man. And the sister is a little sister, Meskina, with
but
hijab.
scared
She's
of
not even
her,
covered
like,
up.
Not like he's gonna beat her. He's scared of her, like, her brain. What she's thinking.
Like psychologically.
Yeah.
Yeah, the certainty that they walk around life with, knowing in what direction they want to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's again.
they could be intimidated by the certainty that a religious person like that female had. Like,
Yeah.
So some people are a bit more lost in terms of when you see someone that's very thorough, following their religion in a very
Okay, to be honest,
in a very coherent way. It is something that can irritate someone.
So, Akhi, if she was a Muslim and covered up, you have no problem.
Yeah.
If she was a Muslim,
no, I'm not
I'm just saying. If she was a Muslim and she didn't cover herself, you would have no problem. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The problem is he's been brainwashed by the media, or that's how I can take a break. Either been brainwashed by the media, or he thinks she's gonna do something, okay, because the media tells him, or he's just angry. I mean, like I was surprised. I mean, look, when I see a Jewish woman on the train, I never look. Hang on, this is Jewish person. They're killing Palestinian Muslims in Palestine. She's gonna kill me. Oh no, she's a woman. She's following her religion. She's respectful. If someone's gonna harm her, I'm gonna defend her, even if it's a Jewish man. I'm gonna do that. That's what Islam teach me. I'm not gonna. Too many microphones, man. Like an operation, man. I'm not gonna. The problem is they've been brainwashed, And after he clocked on, he said, "Yeah, it's true." He said, "I don't understand." I said, "Just sitting down. What are you having a problem with?" So sister, just tell you something to conclude with, that the problem is that people claiming that they don't have free will. In France, the women that wear hijab or no hijab, niqab, burqa, women that cover themselves, even their face, are they? Majority of them are reverts. They have no Muslim family.
But I feel like what I've seen in the UK is for Christians, I feel like there's not really many real Christians anymore. Like the people that say they're Christian. And for Islam, there is. I've met a few Muslims that I think are true Muslims, but still I think there is like even I go to uni at Queen Mary and there's a lot of Muslims there that they call themselves Muslims, but then I don't see the true Islam in it, which puts me off as well, because I'm like, people are following the religion, but the way they want it to be.
But yeah, that's the point, sister. What I was going to say to you, Islam teach us we should not connect or blind follow anyone. We only take our role model as we take our role model, or we follow Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions. As for other Muslims, at the end of the day, they are human beings, okay? Like Christians, So they're still Muslim, okay? But it doesn't mean they have to be perfect, But no doubt, what you're saying, the Muslim out there should take advice and try to implement Islam the way that Islam was implemented. When Islam was implemented correctly, nations, countries became Muslim just because of the people behavior. You understand? Like I mentioned the story many times. When my wife became a Muslim, I met her way after. When I got married to her, her mother was not happy with me. She didn't like me. She was very angry with me. So once I said to my wife, "Let's go visit your mom." We went to visit her mom. She's an atheist. She's confused. One day Christian, one day atheist. I don't know where she is. Me like guy there anyway. So we went to see her. That was the first time I would see her. When she saw me how I treated my wife and how I treated her by buying her a gift, now she likes me, man. She drives me crazy. She calls me my son. My son, she always wants to come. You see, so they say actions louder than
Actions speak louder.
speak louder than words. Yeah. So but at the end of the day, when you look, even me, I'm not perfect. I have my own struggle. That's why, sister, when we look at someone, always say, I'm not gonna expect this person to be perfect. But if you expect me to be perfect, then I'm gonna let you down, and anyone else. Even you, sister, when you're gonna become Muslim, inshallah, start practicing. You're not perfect. No one is perfect. All of us, we have our own struggles, our own mistakes. But Islam teaches us that be honest. If you make mistakes, I made mistake. May Allah forgive me. You understand? But no doubt that should encourage us to do more good deeds and we should behave correctly, especially as a Muslim. We have to. Islam pay attention to good manners. But there's one thing, good manners. There's two types of good manners. Let me ask the Muslims. There's two types of good manners. We finish. Or three. What are they? What is the first one? First type. Many people focus on people. As long as you be good to your people, to the people. No. The first to show our good manners with our Creator. Creator has given you everything, and you're not doing nothing for Him. Where is our good manners? Second one to the people. You understand? But many people miss the first one and focus on being good to the people. Yes, be good to the people. Some good shirts recommended in Islam. Highly recommended, So, yeah, alhamdulillah, Afghanistan, what they're doing, we have to.
Go,
Yeah.
my friend's gone with
Okay.
the tea in the house.
No problem. I'll let you go. Inshallah, this is our chat. Look, do you have Instagram? I'll show you our Instagram page. You can contact me, or not me because I don't have my channel. I don't have a personal Instagram. This is our one.
Just do that. Okay.
Yeah, you can take a picture if you want, so not forget. And you can see our channel there. All right, take care of yourself. Have a nice evening. All right, take care. Bye bye. Thanks. You're welcome. The time for Maghrib. There's still time for Maghrib, by the way. The brother was asking, still time for Maghrib. So sometimes, brothers, when some brothers come, pray. Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy upon him. There's a nice fa'idah I can share with the people. Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned when Ibn Abbas was teaching in the masjid. It was a Maghrib time, yeah? And Isha, the person, Ibn Abbas, Isha time. Sahih Muslim, okay? Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu ardah started what? Ignoring the person until Isha comes in. He said, yeah, Ibn Abbas, Isha time. Ibn Abbas said to him, are you going to teach me the sunnah? Are you going to teach me the sunnah? I saw Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam combining between the Maghrib prayer and Isha prayer when there was no rain or severe wind. Why? To remove the hardship. Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy upon him, commented on this narration in the Fatawa. He said, if a preacher or a da'i is saying something to someone and he believes that he has to carry on, there's greater good, he's allowed to delay Maghrib until Isha. You understand? And alhamdulillah, we're not delaying to Isha, it's still Isha time, because the Maghrib is between when it comes in all the way to Isha time. Or some of them said when the redness disappears, and it's still daylight, by the way. Don't say, this I'll be that there. They say, Shamsi, don't pray. No, we still pray, alhamdulillah, look. Yeah? Barakallahu feekum. Hayyakum Allah, may Allah bless you. Let's pray, ya habibi. May Allah bless you. After. Alaikum salam, akhi. Wait, there is many.
Yeah, take the microphone.
صلوا في الخارج إن شاء الله. ما شاء الله. التونسي. سوري.
مسكين بحاه
والله. the microphone. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?